Went into Sinner's Road with one goal in mind, and that's to explore the entire place. Even found new allies along with a new boss with disgrace chef Legoli. After we beat Legoli, we found ourselves the Mist, and I wasn't really ready for it at that time, but I'm going to be covering that in this episode. So basically, just to go over what I'm going to be doing this time, I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be going through the mist and getting past that little puzzle. After that, we're going to be going into the exhaust organ where I'm going to be fighting the boss. So I'm not going to be going into any further details about that. I'm just going to be getting going. And we're right here in Sinner's Road where we found the mist last time. And I've seen this all before. It's all looking hella grim and stuff with dead bugs everywhere. And we got caught up in a bear trap. If that's any sign of what's to come, then we're going to have some things to worry about in this place. I'm swearing, it's probably like filled with hella traps or whatever. Alright, I'm seeing some sort of glowing moths. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm assuming they might be some sort of sign that we're going in the right way or something. I'm making assumptions. I'm not sure what they're about at this point, but that's what I'm going with. Jumping up here, I'm seeing more of these things here. Not sure if I'm going to be going in that direction. There is a pathway here though. And we don't have a map to this place. Don't know where I'm going. Everything looks almost the same. Now we ran into a brand new enemy. This one is kind of crazy. Basically this game's version of a banshee, I'm assuming. She did some sort of attack. It stole some of our silk. We don't want to get hit by this thing too many times. We did get it taken out though, which was a good thing. Now we're going up here. And we ran into another one of these banshees. Okay. We got caught up in her attack again. I'm gonna have to get used to these new enemies at this point. They're kind of hard to deal with. Going up here. Seeing more of these moths. I'm not sure if they're trying to tell me something, but I'm kind of in the middle of trying to take this thing out, which I just did. And I just ran into two more of these things. I doubt I'm going to be getting out of this whole situation. And we got. Came back to Chakra and actually bought some of these Ventrica pins, which we asked about the last time. So I'm glad we have them. Now we can't mark those things on the map, which is going to be happening automatically anyways. Jump a little higher this time. Everything looks almost the same in this place altogether. Now, I kind of went around this place and messed up quite a few times. Didn't know what to do every single time. Kept seeing those little glowing moths, but at this point, I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. Since I did read up on it, I got so stumped that I had to check things out. And it seems like you have to use the needle in this particular area. So I did that, and those things are just leaving. I'm following them. And I kind of lost track of those things, so I'm going to be doing this again, which is going to be One of the good things about this level is that it's going to be having hell of these glowing moths around, and if somehow you get lost or whatever, you can find another one of those things and use the needle in, and you'll be back on your way. This video isn't really 100% a guide, but it is a good visual example of what to do, where to go, and I am going to be giving some tips on how to beat a boss and stuff like that, so that's coming. Ran into another one of these banshees. Still kind of having issues with it. But I'm kind of figuring out that when this thing shrieks and dives towards you, is the best time to attack. I'm just trying to get the timing down. And I finally did it. And we took that banshee out. Now that that banshee's out, I'm free to go wherever I want. I think we've been here before, but this time we have a purpose, and that's to find these glowing moths, which we just did. Played the needle in again, and I found out you don't really need to play the needle in for that long, just a few notes. Eventually we ended up at this place, which was a little bit different from what I was usually seeing. It was almost like being in the same room every single time. Alright, now we're here. Just ran into that trap, which is going to make it kind of interesting. Not sure how to deal with this right now. I'm thinking we're going to have to pogo over this thing. That did it. Now we're over here. Still have to take this banshee out while it's trying to kill us. It's gonna happen. We have enough to heal now, which is a good thing. Alright. Now we're looking a little bit better than we did a couple seconds ago. More health. Just need more silk now. We're going up here. Not dealing with that banshee. Sometimes it's best not to deal with every single enemy in the stage, but found another one of these glowing mobs, and we used a needle in again, which has given us a new direction. Barely avoided that bear trap. But this place is kind of different. Can't really avoid these banshees, so I'm going to have to deal with this thing and then find another glowing mob. Everything is almost a shadow in the mist. Even the enemies. Here comes another banshee. Like you can see it in the banshee themselves. They're essentially a silhouette of a banshee. Using the needle in again, which should give us a new route. Now we have to go this way. It's just making us go left and right, up and down, all over the place. Now we're here. Found another bunch of glowing moths, which are heading downward this time. Alright. Barely avoided those spikes. I'm not sure if we should head through that pathway or not. Definitely not heading any further down. So I'm checking with the moths. And it turns out we do have to go through this pathway. Are we going backwards? Kind of seems like it. I'm hoping not. Most likely that's not happening. I think. Well, everything is looking slightly different now, so that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and activate this trap and take out this banshee. Alright, there goes another one. And this place seems pretty different from all the other places I've been in, especially with the spike wall. And another one of these banshees. Alright, don't really want to fall off that platform. Don't know what's down there, not really trying to find out. Out of here. And we took that thing out. They don't give rosaries, but they do give silk and shards. So that's worth having. Alright, we're going somewhere else now. We have to go up again. Or maybe do we have... No, I'm just going to be going up. Alright, now that we're up here, I'm just trying to find myself the next batch of moths while trying to avoid unnecessary fights. Just found them. And they're taking us towards the right. Alright, found another one of these banshees, not finding them. Alright, this is totally different right here. That's a good sign. This is bringing us out here. Seeing a whole bunch of maggots again. Those things are nasty as hell. Alright, we gotta go in here. And this place is going to be known as the exhaust organ, like I was saying in the beginning of the episode. But we just ran into a moth. We have to take this thing out. We don't really get a map here. Well, we don't get a map here neither. But we still have to navigate through this place. Good thing for us, it's kind of small. Alright, let's head up here. And I think I found myself a bench. Just have to break the webs off it. And we took ourselves a seat. Now we're ready to actually explore this place. See another moth there. There's no way up there. Trying to see if there's some sort of breakable wall somewhere or somewhere else to climb up. Not seeing nothing. So we're going to be going this way. Ian's taking care of this moth, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now we have to navigate throughout this place with the steam that's coming from this gigantic organ, I'm assuming. Surprised that it's not killing hornets hearing. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be hella loud in this place in general. Just died there. But we got to an opening right now. Had to jump through that. This seems to be some sort of broken elevator. Not sure what to do with that right now. But I think I found myself a room with a little bit of silk. Collected that. Now we have to head this way. Good thing there wasn't steam in that section. Alright, going up here. And we found ourselves a little bit more silk, which allows us to heal. I'm thinking we reached the source of this music. Someone's sitting there. Alright, I probably shouldn't have been standing there. We're gonna be fighting the Phantom. This guy has some cool music, but we ended up dying. Now I came back from that, and this was the room where we found the silk. And it turns out that there's some sort of secret passage right there that brings us out here. I'm not really ready to explore that place yet, but here's another thing I found out. Now, you remember that elevator we were just standing on? Back here. Now, there's these planks of wood that were there. We had to cut them all down, which freed the elevator, and we have ourselves a little shortcut. Now we're back here to fight the Phantom. And the thing that I learned about this is that he's not really too hard of a boss. He throws his needle. You see where he's throwing it, so you just have to avoid it. He comes in with 3 strikes. He doesn't really have too many moves. He's going to be repeating this most of the time. Now he does do that move where he gets into a stance. You don't want to hit him when he does that, or else he's going to be doing this little special move or whatever. Doing a few pogo attacks when I can. Not too many, because the Phantom does jump quite a bit. Had a chance to heal. This is going to be a semi-long boss fight, by the way. And as long as you remember to dodge, then you should be pretty good for most of this fight. Just got hit a little bit, which gave full silk wheel. Had to utilize it. Got Phantom dizzy once. Trying to see how many times we have to get him dizzy before we can win this fight. Got another full silk wheel. But we healing hell in this battle. He's pretty quick. That's the thing I have to give about him. Let's force heal one more time. Get him. Damn. Kind of missed there. I was trying to get him with the drill. I'm kind of steadily working on my aerial combos. Sooner or later, I'm going to be getting them down. I really want to be using the drill a whole lot more. I'm going to find some way to do it too. You just watch. It's happening. Alright, we just got the Phantom dizzy again. He's doing a brand new move, and this is going to be stage 2 of the fight. And that's the only difference, is that he jumps up. It does show an area of effect. As long as you're not in that area of effect, then you're not going to be getting hit. That's the only difference. Except that sometimes the Phantom kind of goes crazy. He starts doing a bunch of those, one after another. So that's something you gotta watch out for. Besides that, everything else is the same. Now, the thing to be careful about is not to overcommit and start doing too many moves at once. Because if you do that and you get into the second move and he's up in the air like that and he comes slamming down on you, you're going to get got. I'm just saying. Alright, we weren't really allowed to heal too much there, but the bell did protect us. Got the Phantom dizzy for a third time. I'm thinking we're getting closer to the end of the battle. Just got to continue this momentum we got. Got to heal again. Getting silk orbs, avoiding that attack. Overall, this fight isn't too bad at all. Alright, we got another full silk wheel. Just going to be healing just in case. Now the thing with that is that once you heal, you're free to start collecting silk again. And if you're in the boss battle, then it's probably best that you start doing that a little bit early just to prepare for the situation where you might just get instantly smashed real quick. Alright, he's starting to do that attack. He's going crazy. Barely avoided all that. He's forced to heal too. Don't want to get silk orbs, collecting them as much as possible. Didn't know where that was at that point. That's the thing that's kind of tricky about it. Is that when they do show the area of effect, it's almost the same color as the background. It's barely noticeable. Down to 2 alien heads, have to be kind of careful now. Almost got hit there. Got the Phantom dizzy again, which allowed us to heal a little bit. Alright, let's move a little bit closer than I would have liked. Get up. Alright, let's avoid that one. Another thing I noticed that when it does jump in the air, you can watch for the ground since there will be something shining, and that's where the Phantom's going to be landing. So that's one last tip, since we are pretty close to winning this fight right in. That's it. Now we gotta press RB to parry. Took out the Phantom. All the Phantom wanted to do was just play that organ, but we learned the silk skill, cross stitch. Bind silk around the needle to deflect enemy attacks and instantly strike back. Silk skills can be worked on at the bench or whatever. That's what they usually say and all that. But we're out of that, and we got ourselves a little bit of an achievement. Gray Ghost. Seeing the switch, going to be activating it, and this brings down an elevator, going up. There were a few things that I found that I'm going to be showing right now I'm not going to be going any further than this, but going backwards a little bit through that little maze, I'm heading down here right now. And there's this tiny little room that's holding a silky, which we just found, along with a little bit of silk. Kind of infected at that time with hornet, but we're right here again at where the elevator dropped. We're going towards the room where we found the silk. Avoid those spikes. And now we're back out here. The last time I didn't check things out, we're going to be doing that right now. And going this way, since I don't think we should be falling down from here. Just landing on that cage. I'm hearing something. And it turns out to be a flea. We just freed this flea. And we're going to be leaving the spot and going backwards a little bit. Gotta go back into the organ. Get our silk back a little bit. Now we're heading this way. We're just going to be leaving. That was basically everything in this place anyways. Jumping over the spikes. And I'm seeing a switch, so we're activating that. Which opens this room. Can it be considered a room? It looks more like a cave. Alright, there seems to be some sort of way to go up. Not going to be passing that up. Alright, that leads nowhere. Totally faked me out. Alright, either way. Let's just keep going this way. Seeing more spikes. Not trying to get hornet killed now, so I gotta move a little bit more carefully. See another switch. There's no breakable wall. And this gives us a bridge. So that's kind of cool. Don't know where this leads us though. And this is a breakable wall. And another one. And we found ourselves a memory locket. Alright. We are in the coral chambers right now. Just gonna have a seat. And this is going to be the end of the episode. It's kind of a short one since the mist really isn't too long. There's not really many secrets that are hiding in there except on how to get out of that thing. And the exhaust door again I just covered. We went and beat the Phantom along with finding the flea and freeing it, and then we got ourselves a silkworm. Now the next time I'm thinking about heading towards Bywater since I didn't really explore that place at all. I just found the entrance when we were exploring throughout Centers Road, and that's what we're going to be doing the next time. If you like this episode, you can leave the video a like, subscribe, and even slapping that notification bell. It really would help out the channel, and I would appreciate it. Another thing I appreciate is all y'all watching. Until next time, hope y'all have a good one. Peace out.